Hi there everyone and welcome to my weekly astrology forecast. My name is Helena La Barbara. I am a professional astrologer and tarot card reader, and in this video I'm going to help you understand what's going on the sky, how the planetary configuration can affect your daily life, daily routine, and how you can use it into your advantage. So let's start. This week we really start on Wednesday, so April the 27th. We are going to have a Mercury sextile Jupiter. So those two are connected into the lower and higher mind. Mercury is the planet where we express our thoughts, we are having a conversation with someone, and here when it meets Jupiter, especially in this beneficial aspect, it's like we get a chance to explore a little bit something about some other philosophies, worldview. It's a good time for learning, to expand your horizons, especially your intellectual horizons. You can plan also some holiday during this time or decided to take a short trip. Those planets are really beneficial with the contact with some people who can expand our minds. So you can meet some coach, someone like a life advisor, or someone from the abroad, or someone just from the different culture with different worldview. And this conversation, whatever conversation happened during this time, there is this idea of expand what we were thinking before. It also might be a good time for all kind of law pursuits. So if you have some meeting with a lawyer, that's also might signify those days, like doing something around the law, around the general law. It's a good time for doing this kind of papers. And if you are looking for some kind of lawyer, that's also a good moment, a chance to get a good one. Then also on Wednesday, actually in US, we have a Venus conjunct Neptune. So this aspect, oh, by the way, I'm just going to tell you, this week is really cool. It's really, I don't see any negative aspects, so we really should feel a nice kind of energy. We should have a really good time with the close people for us. And this Venus conjunct Neptune is actually all about the closeness, being close with people who we love, who we enjoy. It's very beneficial for artists, for creative people, for actors, because Venus connected with Neptune gives a very good look. People likes to see us, we look more glamorous. All kind of artistic pursuits are very good for this aspect. We are more in touch with something subtle. And also it's very good aspect to meet someone, to fall in love, to feel a deep connection, like we really lost ourselves in the love. And by the way, this is the one thing what might be tricky. We tend to lose our boundaries. So this aspect, it's like we crave so much for closeness that we may never know, we might not want and don't know how to say no. And that might be difficult because sometimes some person can cross your boundaries. So that's the one point. Another, it's a very romantic love, but this love, it's not about the physical, it's more about the there's this very famous, I'm seeing that right now on many astrology forums. There is a twin flame. I have no idea what means twin flame. I know it's something connected with the soul. You know, find your soul, your brothers. I don't know how to say that in English right now, but you know, the other person who is like me, you meant to be together. So this is how it might feel like. We might feel like we are so connected, and it's not just physical, it's like we meant to be. And sometimes this aspect, it's like it's just about too much of, it might be an illusion, because we just crave for this something very special. So that's the thing, have in mind that it's to keep in mind, but generally it's a very good aspect for feeling this closeness, to find this special connection with the other. Then on the 28th, so on Thursday, we have Mercury trine Pluto. So here, it's actually kick off the process. Mercury will do this aspect 3 times. It's the first time, so let's say there is some thinking process, conversation process, which begin here, but which will go over and come back the end of the May and the beginning of June. So here it's about discovering the hidden truth, going into the deep matter of the things. We might get obsessed about something, we might want, it's trine, so it's more this obsession about looking for a meaning, looking for some information which will find something more meaningful to us. It might be all about the learning process, that we get obsessed with something and we want to learn about something more, because it's in both planets are in the earth signs. It might have something to do with the work which we have, but this work can inspire in us spark in us some passion, something for, we might be obsessed with some kind of project, but in a good way that gives our mind really a sharp focus and going into the hidden things. So one can be also even interested in kind of thing like occultism, something what you really need to uncover something for yourself. So but because it's both in the earth signs, it can have really like some concerns about the money or about the practical issue, about how to do the things at work, or some conversation, some project or some conversation about how to make money or salary, and just you are in this process. And generally this connection is very good for all kind of negotiation. You got this persuading quality. So that's also this Thursday. If you try to persuade someone, you might find the words, you might read something what is something saying between the words. You can catch these little things. On Friday, the 29th, Mercury goes into Gemini. So what does it mean? Mercury, here before this last month, we were really like our thoughts slowed down, we were thinking, more deliberately, and we could focus our thoughts more around the material things. While now, when Mercury changes sign, we are going to feel more light in our conversation. We are going to be more about acquire more information, but not just for, practical matters or for money matters. It's more about just having the conversation and have fun of it, having the connection with the others. So it's the only thing is like Mercury, it's not going to stay there for a long time because it will turn retrograde. So Mercury is slowing down. When it's slowing down, it means even when we are going to feel like we are going to have the mind fresh of new ideas, we just want to do many things at the same time, we can still feel some delays because connected to this Mercury retrograde, and it will come back in Taurus and then come back in July into the Gemini when it really kicks off. So we might have some new fresh ideas, and then there will be some problems with implemented right away, but then in June it should go forward. So on Saturday, now the 30th, this is the most important part of the week, I would say. There is 2 huge events. So first is the solar eclipse, and the solar eclipse has a really bad fame, because in traditional astrology, when the astrologer just were looking at the sky, they really didn't know, they weren't even a real astrologer yet, they were just observing the sky, and they realized that there is this moment when there is a dark, and so that was a bad omen, like the king will die or something like that, and people generally fear those times. Solar eclipses still can be a little bit tricky. We might find ourselves in unexpected, dealing with unexpected situation. We might there might be some surprise. The things might go differently, and it's also the moment when generally when the astrologers find you a favorable date for some events, we try not doing anything, not starting the new project during time of the eclipse. The time of the eclipse is generally 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. I would say this 3 days before eclipse and 3 days after, we still feel this eclipse. It's very powerful feeling. And this is one moment when our rational mind might be a little bit blocked, so our hidden, even for us, we might be, you know, subconscious or even unconscious things, fear can just go on, and so we might be unpredictable in our things. People around us can be unpredictable, less rational. So generally the eclipse, it's not a good time for starting, but each eclipse has its own character, and this eclipse is very special. I feel like I'm looking forward to this eclipse because first it's in Taurus, so we need to look what kind of planet is ruling this solar eclipse, and this is Venus, so this very beneficial planet, and this very beneficial planet is placed right now very well, and at the same time she will conjunct the biggest benefics, the luckiest planet in astrology, so Jupiter. So first, this connection with only a beneficial planet with beneficial placement together means that we might expect more of this eclipse. Especially I need to look for individual chart because here is the general feeling, but of course everyone has this placement a little bit different, but in this area of the chart when it's fall, you might feel really like a new possibilities coming. It's also conjunct the North Node, so it means that and Uranus, so it means there will be some of this quality to move us forward. So there might be some unexpected events, unexpected occasion, unexpected meetings, because Venus conjunct Jupiter, it's about its relationship, but meeting the people who will expand our view on a relationship, makes us happy, makes us feeling good together. So there is many of the good things, good feelings around it, but also kind of an expectedness, so some things coming, unusual things. So the word for that, it's like going with the new things, going with the flow, trying to be a little bit more flexible and taking the chances which appear, even if they appear just out of blue and we don't know what to do. The frustration, it's not the best way. Just following a little bit our intuition, especially that this week we have many planets in Pisces. There will be Moon in Pisces for 2.5 days during this whole week, and we have a Mars, we have Venus, we have Neptune, we have just full of this Piscean energy, and Pisces are all about dreaming, vision, intuition, connected with something else, altruism, so being close to the other people, feeling you know, less boundary between the peoples, more coming together, and we really need it, you know, after all this pandemic, and right now there's many bad things in the world happen, so that might be very helpful week. And on the other side of next to this dreamy quality, we still have a lot of help from the earth signs, so still we can use this fantasy, creativity, going forward with our career path, going forward with the things which we want to materialize, which we want to attract to our world, which we want to put into the form, the real form. So that's all this week. It's really beneficial to plan, to implement, to try to meet new people, to have this conversation which has a deeper, stronger meaning to you and to others. So the next day, the 1st of the May, Venus sextile Pluto, and that's additionally, that's if we are in the relationship right now, this is where it can we can fire it up a little bit, we can give a little bit more passion into it. It's a good it's a good we want to connect with the other but it's connecting not on the shallow way. And while when I was talking with Neptune, connecting with Neptune on Wednesday, we wanted find the soulmate. Oh, I found the word now, the soulmate. Here it's more about finding this passion, finding this sexual element with the other person, finding this bonding where we were the emotion are stronger, more powerful. But this is the good aspect, this is the sextile. So if we are dating, that might be, you know, the moment of more hot romances. And if we are in the relation with our with other person, we might going deeper into this relation sexually, but also by open ourselves a little bit more for our sexuality, but also open ourselves more, some part of ourselves which we normally hide. But here we feel this closeness and want to share a little bit more of who we really are, of our deeper needs. So that's also a very nice and good aspect. That's it for this week. I think it's going to be a very interesting week. So I wish you a good luck. I hope you know, if I can just give the general advice, surround yourself with people who you feel attracted. Surround yourself with the people who you wanna be close. Try if you wanna work, you know, about go deeper about your thoughts or about some subject. Try new conversation with the people who are from the forest country or from the different culture. Be open for that. Plan some travel. Holiday and open yourself, go to the people, generally talk with the others. It might bring many things, and remember about the solar eclipse, be a little bit more flexible, expect unexpected, and try to go into the new opportunities and occasion which might appear during this time. Thank you very much. I wish you a great week and see you next week. Bye.